What's up guys, and welcome back to another Matt Hansen video. In this week's video, I am racing in 800 meters. Not my usual distance, but you might have seen a few weeks ago I did an 800 meter time trial in about 2:04ish. So hopefully I can run well today. I've got a really good heat, as you can see right here. I've got Brack Daddy and the likes in my heat. So it's gonna be a real good night. So it's about 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go for a shakeout run. Ideally I'd want to do it a bit later, but it would just get super hot. So I'm just gonna go now, and my brother's gonna join me. So yeah, see you guys in the shakeout run. Brand new whip just hopped in. I've got options. I can play your bitch like sake. Man, feels like I'm here every week now. What's up guys, and welcome to the third heat of the 800 meters. You can see Brack Daddy in lane 4 there, and I'm in lane 6 next to Harvey Cram, one of the pre-race favorites. He's been training the hansen recently. He's run 4:15 for an 15, and he's run 2:01 for an 800. As we are off and racing here, I don't get the greatest of start. Neither does Andy Day, a 15-minute 5K runner. And what's this? The next coming of David Rudisha has absolutely shot out of the gates here. He's got about a 10-meter lead, about 150 meters in. He is full on fanging it. You can see me coming across here. I'm at the back of the pack. Brack Daddy comes around me. But David Rudisha's son just comes smashing past with Harvey Cram leading the chase pack. You can see me just in front of Brack Daddy here as we start to motor. And yeah, he's still got the gap. He's not losing the gap very quickly at all. As we come through the 300 meter mark, right at about 59 second pace for that first runner. As we have Harvey Cram, he's starting to close the gap there with Nick Schoof behind him. I move my way up past Shane Mathewson, the Nancy runner, and we have a BAA guy coming on his shoulder as well. As we go through the lap in about 62 seconds for myself, and the front guys are at about 58. There's a big gap there, but we're starting to really reel the David Rudisha's son in. Harvey Cram's looking very strong with 300 meters to go. Nick Schoof is off the back, and I've got a little gap on the pack there. And yeah, David Rudisha's son's getting really pummeled now. He's losing his gap every step now. Harvey Cram's 6'7" frame just carries him along very nicely. 200 meters to go. Brack Daddy passes me. I've lost my gap, and I look like I am fading a little bit. As we can see, Harvey, he's looking strong. Nick Schoof has replied a bit, but Harvey's looking super strong here. As we come into the last 100 meters, I've been passed by Brack Daddy now. As we have Yakov, he comes sprinting past me. I try and react, but it's to no avail. And Harvey Cram cruises to victory in 2:02. Everyone comes in about 2:04, and I come in about 2:06. What's up guys? So I've had a little bit of time to reflect on that race. Obviously you can see from the clips, it was definitely not my greatest of races. I ended up running 2:06.4, which isn't necessarily a bad time, but I was definitely looking for more out of that race. So I've got a few reasons why I think that happened. Looking back on it, I'd recently changed my training a little bit to make it a bit more track specific. So I was doing 2 interval sessions a week and 1 kind of tempo threshold session a week. And I had a chat to my coach, and we both agreed that maybe I wasn't adapting the way I should have, and maybe I was just, you know, every session I was coming in a bit tired, and then I was just, you know, adding another level of fatigue when I completed the session. And I wasn't hitting the splits in sessions that I was a few weeks beforehand. So we both took the decision to be like, okay, well, maybe we should just cut you back to 2 sessions a week. Obviously, intervals are not really working for you. So that's one reason, and maybe the other reason was I was on my feet a lot that day. So I went to the bank and stuff, and yeah, that's not ideal before a race, especially because it was at night. But you know, everyone has bad races. I'm not gonna post this just because I had a bad race. I wanted to show you guys, I'm not saying I'm elite by any standards, but I know a few of you guys think I'm a really good runner, and I always have good races when necessarily that is not always the case. I do have bad races, and I haven't really had a really bad race in a while. So this is my first kind of bad race for a little while. But still, I was pretty happy. Oh, I wasn't happy, but I gave myself an hour. I'm pretty sure Steve Cram said you give yourself an hour after the race to be mad about it, and then you forget about it and get back to training. So I gave myself an hour to be mad about it, and now I'm all good. And now I accepted what happened, and I'm just really looking forward to the 1500 Classic the next week. So this race was kind of like an under distance race, so I can, you know, theoretically I'll feel a bit easier next week when running 1500 meter pace. But with that, guys, that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys next week for a huge video, the 1500 meter Classic. See ya.